Welcome to the Commercial Lease Kickback. I'm Eleanor Curry, a commercial real estate broker and attorney, and I understand intimately the importance of commercial leases and understanding and negotiating an amazing commercial lease. So every week I'm sharing some of my experiences in my 15 years of doing so to make sure you sign an amazing commercial lease. And today we're continuing our conversation about what happens in the case of non-payment that leads to a lockout. Lockouts are horrible for businesses. They can be disastrous when it comes to income and making sure you catch up on your rent. So what happens after you receive the notice? You come up to your door, there's a big sign there saying you've been locked out. What can a tenant do next? And when it comes to that, there are some important things that you can do immediately. Right away, you can go to the justice and file for a writ of reentry. In this circumstance, you will have the opportunity to present any circumstances, facts, proof, evidence that you have, as well as swear under oath. Maybe there was some misunderstanding with the landlord. Maybe you made an attempt to pay the rent and they declined it. Whatever evidence you have, now's the time to present it in your writ of reentry. Now, the landlord does have some recourse. Say they believe everything you say, go ahead and agree for a writ of reentry. The landlord then can file for a hearing on that writ. Now, just understand that within 7 days, they can file for that hearing. Once that hearing happens, if they do get a writ of possession, that will override your writ of reentry. So you want to be very mindful, understanding all the dates and being responsive if you do get notice of the hearing, that you show up and continue to present the facts to your case, present your particular circumstances, because if you don't state it, then it will go unheard and the judge cannot rule on something that they are not presented with. So make sure that you're very mindful that you do want to request a writ of reentry if you feel like you have circumstances that are outside of what's presented in that notice to vacate, and you get an opportunity to re-enter the space, but there is still that writ of possession on the back end. So making sure you understand all those dates so that that lockout is not permanent, and you voiced any concerns you might have about the lockout before you go beyond that period, and you only have the right to re-enter, let's say to get your possessions at a certain time, or to prevent your possessions from being sold at auction if it's over a certain dollar amount. So make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And also, if you have some questions important about leasing, go ahead and ask, and we will try to feature them on an upcoming episode of the Commercial Lease Kickback. Thanks for joining us.